Hello, what I want to do today is show you the gear that came in the August 2019 Apocabox. I've been getting the Apocabox for years now, and I have received a lot of gear, a lot of hands-on projects and so on with this subscription box. I have a lot of the gear set aside in case of that disaster type scenario. And I also have EDC items that I carry and take camping with me and use a lot. So this here is a broad range and a lot of unique items that I have not seen before in this box. And that's why I love it. And also the skill challenges. It entices you to get out there and try new projects and such. You know, it's related around the outdoors, survival, prepping, and so on. So very cool box. I'm loving it. I'll leave a link down below where you can check it out. But right now, I'm going to share this month's box, and this one here is unique because it does not have a theme to it. It's just a bunch of gear that can be used in many situations, and it's a diverse amount that you may use camping, you may use, you know, in a disaster and so on. So it's just well-rounded type of box. I was talking about gear that I use a lot and love. That is this haversack. I've used a lot over the years and really enjoy it. I actually replaced the button on it with a piece of antler that I cut off and used that. And this haversack has been working very well. So that's what I carried out the gear today in. And first up is a piece of gear that I've wanted for a long time and very excited about getting it in this box. That is the LifeStraw. As you know, very well-rounded. I can use it hunting, fishing, camping, disaster, and so on. I use the Sawyer Mini myself, and I have for years, and love that system. But this here, very quick, on the go. I can stick it into a stream, drink my water. I can collect water in a water bottle and the dirty water and just drink it on the go with this here by sticking this into the water bottle and drink it. Of course, now the water bottle is contaminated. I'd boil that before I used it again for clean water. But you can just keep scooping up your water, your dirty, nasty water, and use this here to drink from it. So very nice piece of gear for this box for sure. And yeah, like I said, very excited about it. Another piece of gear that I was rather excited to see is this here. This is a LifeStraw lantern and flashlight. You get your lantern and flashlight modes by sliding this. It feels like silicone sleeve. Just comes out like this. There's one mode and there's another. It has two settings. That's your low and that's your high. It also has 13 inches of cable here, so you can hang it as a lamp. But it has this clip here, and your USB recharger is right here. So you just recharge this, and one charge will last up to 15 hours. And very cool piece of gear. And I can see me using this camping quite a bit, and also be good for a bug out bag and so on. 15 hours lasts a long time if you use it sparingly, but it can also, if you had to leave it on all night, it would last that long. So very nice piece of gear to have in this box. Another piece of gear in the box was the orange screw. What this says, it's meant for use in grass or firm soils. It's meant as a tent stake, small dogs, tarp tie downs, landscaping, and camping. Now this here is rather large for sure, but if you have really strong winds where you got to get a guideline anchored pretty securely, this here is going to do the job. Do I see myself using this? Well, if I'm storm camping maybe, but it is rather lightweight. It's not heavy, but myself, I don't see myself using it, although many people, you know, may find a need for it. So this here was in the kit, or in the box, and yeah, it's just another piece of gear that I'm sure someone can use, and I'll probably find a use for it myself as well. I usually do, especially when I go out storm camping and so on. This here may come in handy. This here is called the Harvest Sickle. All metal construction. It's actually weight forward, so it is going to be a decent little chopper. It's not real heavy, and looks like about a 1/16 of an inch thick. Also looks like stainless steel, but it's got a cutting edge here and a cutting edge here. Now I'm going to try this to just see about delimbing a little bit and see if it's going to work. This was just meant to have a tool put in your backpack that you can save the edge on your primary tools, and this here can just do a little bit of the work. Now this edge here is not sharp at all on this. I will have to grind that down and put an edge on it. This here's sharp, but mine didn't come sharp here. I mean, it's, if you can see that, it's not sharp at all. But with a little bit of touch up, I can make that very sharp, and it would be very handy for sure. Has 2 rivets holding it, and all metal construction, like I said. But it's just meant to collect wild edibles and gather limbs and such, stuff like that there, just to save on the use of your primary tools. Let's give it a couple whacks here and see how it's going to work. Well, the hook definitely works well. Like I said, that's got to be sharpened. But yeah, I'm sure it would come in handy to definitely save on your primary tools. Keeping them nice and sharp for when you really need them. That's what this is designed for. But I definitely have to sharpen it up if I'm going to carry it. Another piece of gear is the screw pop MiniBIC Lighter holder. This here carabiner, as you see, and this is meant to slide a MiniBIC in it and be able to clip this on your gear. Now the retention is really well on this, and a large normal size BIC will not fit in this, but I have seen a video where you can use other lighters that will fit in this as well. But this one here is designed for the MiniBIC. The next piece of gear, I'm going to read what it says here about it. French Voyager felling Tomahawk head. The Tomahawk head is reminiscent of the ones used by the French voyagers of the 18th century trapping era. The extended blade makes it the perfect tool for processing wood and fire kindling around camp. It also great for butchering, food prep, and any other chore that requires a sharp blade. It comes without a handle, so you can source, build, and personalize your own. Traditional tomahawks, whether used by mountain men, trappers, or indigenous peoples, were notorious for being highly decorated and personalized. See the skills project described below for more details. This Tomahawk head is hand forged by Reptile Tool Works in Kentucky. It's crafted from A36 carbon steel and is meant to be a reliable working tool in the field. Now, I have already put a handle on mine right here, and I put some hockey tape on the end because I've flattened the sides here, and this here is rather narrow, but with the hockey tape I have a better grip, and by flattening the sides, whenever I grab it, I know where the edge is. I'm not grabbing it like this and so on. Now, this is the hawk head right here. It's a tapered eye. It's a rustic blade as well. And we're going to actually see how this works, because I want to play with it a bit and I want to share it with you. It's a rather thick blade as well. It's very nice weight to it. I'm going to share one more item before we go play. And lastly is a synthetic gun oil. This here is made by Liberty Lubricants, and it's a thicker consistency, this gun oil, and why Creek added it is because this is carbon steel and will rust if not taken care of. So this here is great for carbon steel blades, but also to oil your firearms as well. So nice little small bottle to put in a bag or even your pocket and such, just to keep your tools in tip-top shape. As you've seen, this here sinks deep and worked very well in chopping that softwood. Also took the limbs off very easily. And when you're striking for limbs, you only have a narrow area to hit those, so your strikes best be pretty precise for sure. But nice and sharp, works well, the weight's good, and a nice little hawk to add to a bug out bag, or just take it out, use it in the outdoors. Very nice to add to this box. I want to thank you for watching. Take care, and yeah, I'm liking it. All the best.